12th Biology, Biozoology, Chapter 5, Molecular Genetics. In this part, we are going to discuss about translation, mechanism of translation, and initiation of translation. Polymerization of amino acid takes place by the addition of amino acids. When amino acids are added, a polypeptide chain grows. That is translation process. This diagram shows many amino acids. The amino acids together form a polypeptide chain. This is because of polymerization. This process is called as translation. Translation is a decoding process. Information on gene is decoded and the amino acids are added one after another to form a polypeptide chain or protein chain. This decoding process needs ribosomes, mRNA, and charged tRNA. Ribosomes, mRNA, and charged tRNA involve in the decoding process. The ribosomal subunits join on mRNA. The two subunits join during protein synthesis, and the ribosomal subunits move on mRNA. The tRNA carries amino acid from the cytoplasm at one end. At another end, the tRNA has 3 anticodon nucleotides. These anticodon nucleotides read the codon of mRNA. Many tRNAs read the codon of mRNA and add amino acids to the growing polypeptide chain. So the polypeptide chain grows. This is protein synthesis or translation. This is mRNA. The ribosome moves on mRNA in this direction. The ribosome moves on mRNA. And the tRNAs read the codon of mRNA. After reading the codon of mRNA, a specific amino acid is added to the polypeptide chain, growing polypeptide chain. The tRNAs add particular amino acid based on the codon of mRNA. So the polypeptide chain grows accurately. Amino acids are added accurately because the tRNAs read the mRNA and add amino acids. The sequence of amino acids in a protein or polypeptide chain depends on the sequence of nucleotides on mRNA. Each codon is read by an anticodon on the corresponding tRNA. Hence, the order and sequence of amino acids are defined by the sequence of bases in the mRNA. Order and sequence of amino acids are defined by the sequence of bases on mRNA. A ribosome has 2 subunits, larger subunit and smaller subunit. The ribosomes are the protein factories. Ribosomes are the protein factories. The cellular factory responsible for synthesizing protein is the ribosome. Ribosome is made up of ribosomal RNA and proteins. The ribosome consists of structural RNAs and about 80 different proteins. The ribosomal subunits remain free when there is no protein synthesis. During protein synthesis, when the subunits meet mRNA, they join together. In inactive state, the ribosomal subunits exist as 2 subunits, large subunit and small subunit. When do the subunits join together? When the subunits meet mRNA, they join together. When there is no protein synthesis, the subunits remain separate. When they meet mRNA, they join together and move on the mRNA. Prokaryotic ribosomes are different from eukaryotic ribosomes. Prokaryotic ribosomes are 70S. The S is Svedberg unit. The ribosomes are subjected to ultracentrifuge, and the time taken for settling down is applied and get this unit. And the largest subunit is 50S, smaller subunit 30S. When they combine, 70S. In eukaryotic ribosomes, the largest subunit is 60S and the smaller subunit is 40S. When they combine, the ribosome is 80S. Prokaryotic ribosome is different from eukaryotic ribosome. Reading frame is a part of mRNA. The reading frame determines how the mRNA sequence is divided up into codons during translation. During translation, the mRNA sequence is divided up into codons. This is decided by reading frame. Reading frame consists of a start codon, protein coding region. This is protein coding regions. Here the codons code for amino acids, and stop codon. Start codon, protein coding regions of mRNA, stop codon form reading frame. Another frame called as open reading frame. Open reading frame is a part of reading frame. It includes start codon and protein coding region. Open reading frame does not include stop codon. Open reading frame includes the sequence that will be translated. Any sequence of DNA or RNA beginning with a start codon and which can be translated into protein is known as open reading frame. Any sequence of DNA or RNA beginning with start codon. This is a sequence begins with start codon and followed by some sequence. Start codon and this sequence can be translated. So this is open reading frame. Stop codon cannot be translated. So stop codon is not a part of open reading frame. Open reading frame is a part of reading frame. A translational unit in mRNA is a sequence of RNA that is flanked by start codon and stop codon. This is translational unit of mRNA. It is flanked by, that means attached at the side. This translation unit is flanked by stop codon on one side, start codon on another side. In addition to the translational unit in mRNA, some other regions are there. Before the translational unit, untranslated region is there at 5' end. At 3' end, after the stop codon, untranslated regions are there. Untranslated regions are there before and after the translational unit. That is before the start codon and after the stop codon. Untranslated regions are there. These regions are not translated. In prokaryotes, the untranslated region includes Shine-Dalgarno sequence. In prokaryotes, the untranslated region includes Shine-Dalgarno sequence. Here it is given in yellow color. mRNA also have some additional sequences that are not translated and are referred to as untranslated regions, UTR. UTRs are present at both 5' end before start codon and at 3' end after stop codon. Before start codon, untranslated region is there. After stop codon, untranslated region is there. What is start codon? The sequence on mRNA AUG is start codon. This AUG is read by a special tRNA called as methionine tRNA. This is larger subunit, the lower one is smaller subunit. Methionine tRNA with UAC anticodon reads AUG, the start codon. The start codon AUG is read by anticodon of methionine tRNA. tRNA that carries methionine, tRNA that carries methionine reads start codon. In eukaryotes, the initiator RNA charged with methionine, that is unmodified methionine, binds to the AUG start codon, whereas in prokaryotes, a modified methionine, N-formyl methionine carrying tRNA. N-formyl methionine is an amino acid. It is a modified methionine that is carried by a tRNA. This tRNA reads start codon AUG in prokaryotes. In prokaryotes, N-formyl methionine F-met is attached to the initiator mRNA. In prokaryotes, AUG is the start codon. Before the start codon, a special sequence called as Shine-Dalgarno sequence or SD sequence. This sequence pairs with cysteine-S rRNA of smaller subunit or ribosome. Cysteine-S rRNA is a part of smaller subunit or ribosome. This RNA sequence pairs with a special sequence called as Shine-Dalgarno sequence in prokaryotes. So Shine-Dalgarno sequence helps the attachment of ribosome, smaller subunit or ribosome to the mRNA. Now you can understand what's the role of this region, Shine-Dalgarno region. This is untranslated region. The 5' end of mRNA of prokaryotes has a special sequence which precedes the initial AUG start codon of mRNA or ST sequence. ST sequence, Shine-Dalgarno sequence. This sequence pairs with region of the cysteine-S rRNA of small ribosomal subunit. So this base pairing facilitates initiation of translation. Joining of ribosomal subunit with mRNA causes initiation of translation, that is helped by Shine-Dalgarno sequence in prokaryotes. Let us see the initiation of translation in E. coli. Initiation of translation in E. coli begins with the formation of an initiation complex. Initiation complex includes ribosomes, mRNA, tRNA. What type of tRNA? Special tRNA carrying methionine amino acid. Initiation of translation in E. coli begins with the formation of initiation complex. The initiation complex includes 30S subunit or ribosome, that is smaller unit or ribosome, a messenger RNA, any messenger RNA, charged N-formyl methionine tRNA, F-met tRNA, charged N-formyl methionine tRNA, and 3 proteinaceous initiation factors, ribosomes, messenger RNA, tRNA involved in initiation, that is catalyzed by initiation factors, initiation factor 1, initiation factor 2 and initiation factor 3. The energy for this process is given by GTP, guanine triphosphate provides energy for the translation, initiation of translation, and it takes place in the presence of magnesium 2 plus ions. Here we can see the components of initiation complex, smallest subunit or ribosome, GTP, tRNA, initiation factors IF1, IF2, IF3 and mRNA. Now let us see the steps involved in the formation of initiation complex. The initiation complex formation takes place in a step-by-step manner. The first, initiation factor 3. This initiation factor 3 combines with smaller subunit or ribosome, that is 30th subunit. IF3 initiation factor 3 combines with 30th subunit or ribosome. What's the significance? IF3 binds to the 30th subunit and allows the 30th subunit to bind to mRNA. Binding of IF3 to the smallest subunit, 30th subunit, allows the binding of 30th subunit to the mRNA. 30th subunit and mRNA join together. This is because of IF3. IF1 already combines with A site of ribosome. This IF1 facilitates the joining of IF2 on the smallest unit of ribosome. Then the IF2 enhances the binding of charged formyl methionine tRNA to the smallest unit in response to the AUG triplet. Let us see. IF2 joins with smallest subunit, 30S subunit. This allows the binding of the charged tRNA to the AUG codon. AUG codon is start codon. When the tRNA finds AUG start codon, it joins, it pairs. IF2 joins with smallest unit and allows or facilitates the binding of charged formyl methionine tRNA to the start codon. AUG is start codon. Formyl methionine tRNA has UAA anticodon. UAA anticodon pairs with AUG. So the tRNA combines with the mRNA. Now initiation complex is formed. Smallest unit of ribosome, mRNA, tRNA, they combine and form initiation complex. This step means the formation of initiation complex sets the reading frame. A reading frame is set up by the formation of initiation complex so that all subsequent groups of 3 ribonucleotides are translated accurately. Initiation frame is fixed. So next three ribonucleotides, mRNA nucleotides, are translated accurately. The assembly of ribosomal subunits, mRNA and tRNA, represents the initiation complex. Once the initiation complex is formed, the IF3 leaves. IF3 is released after the formation of initiation complex. The leaving of IF3 facilitates the joining of 2 ribosomal subunits and formation of a total ribosome. Once initiation complex has been assembled, IF3 is released and allows the initiation complex to combine with the 50th ribosomal subunit to form the complete ribosome, that is 70th ribosome. 70th ribosome is formed. After the formation of 70th ribosome, IF1 leaves, IF1 is released, IF2 is released, and GDP is released. The GTP is hydrolyzed and form GDP. In this process, a molecule of GTP is hydrolyzed, providing the required energy, and the initiation factors IF1, IF2 and GDP are released. Initiation factor IF1, IF2 and GDP are released. This is about initiation of translation. After the initiation of translation is nothing but adding the amino acids based on the mRNA sequence. Now one amino acid has been added, so translation is initiated. When some more amino acids are added, that is elongation. the polypeptide chain will elongate. For that, elongation factors are necessary. Elongation factor Tu combines with a tRNA, charged tRNA, and the GTP provides energy. This allows the movement of tRNA and pairing of tRNA with the second codon. We will discuss about this elongation in the next part.